Hey guys, so this reading is just going to be about how is this person doing? And that person can be a family, friend, it can be a lover, a love interest, it can be an acquaintance, a coworker, just anybody in your life who maybe you're concerned about or you just want to kind of check in on them psychically for whatever reason and see how are they doing. So we have 6 options here. I have the numbers laid out on top of each stack here. In addition to the stacks, I'll be shuffling and drawing some tarot. So take a moment and choose your reading whenever you've decided. Of course, you can draw multiple piles. So if you have different people that you want to ask about, you can choose a different pile for each person. But once you've chosen, of course, the timestamps will be in the description area and also at the top of the comments list. So take a moment to choose and then I'll see you at your reading. Welcome to folks who chose reading number 1. So the first card here is going to indicate something that's going well for this person, or an area in which they're succeeding, and we have a blessing of fire. So I feel like this person, they feel very energized possibly right now. I would say physically and in terms of their root chakra, things are going pretty well for them. So they might be doing well in terms of finances, but it also could just be that they have a very fiery personality and maybe they're being very creative. Something along those lines, but I do see that them having strong vitality and probably good health. So what's an area in which they're struggling? So we get the sellout card. So this person, yeah, they might be doing well financially, but maybe they feel like they're having to sell out a little bit. It could, in order to achieve that wealth. This also could be a situation where this is someone who maybe they just don't like their job, or maybe they're struggling because they feel really unfulfilled in their job. Let's see what else we get. So this song lyric message, gosh, the lighting is so bright. It's usually not an issue for me, too bright of lighting, but so the song lyric message is Alanis Morissette's Thank You. So I do feel like overall this person is in a pretty good frame of mind. I think they're feeling gratitude. I think even in the areas of their life where they might struggle, I think that they're searching for, they're searching for what they can be grateful for, even in difficult circumstances. How about not blaming you for everything? So I feel like this person has learned a lot of forgiveness, and I think that's gone a long way for them. How about enjoying the moment for once? So I think that they're, trying to have more enjoyment of life. I feel like they're being successful of that. How about how good it feels to finally forgive you? Again, there's more about forgiveness. How about grieving it all at one time? So this is someone who's done a lot of healing, and I think that they're reaping the benefits of the healing that they've done. So the next 2 cards are going to be, what are the positive things that this person is telling themselves? So the positive self-talk. I admire your big thinking and you inspire me. So this person is thinking of themselves as someone who is very inspired. And again, like they might be very creative, but they also see themselves as someone who is really inspiring to other people. And I think they are liking that about themselves. They also realize that they are like a big thinker. Maybe they're visionary. They're very forward thinking. Maybe they admire their own intelligence, but they give themselves, so these are areas where they give themselves positive self-talk. What are some areas where they have negative self-talk? So we have the Moon and the Hanged Man. So these are both major arcana. I feel like this person, it feels like they have a very strong drive to do like this deep emotional and psychological healing. This is definitely someone who has spent a significant amount of time on spiritual growth. They definitely try to see things from other people's perspective. But I think the area in which they get down on themselves is they probably are thinking that they still have a lot of work still to do on themselves. So they know they've made a lot of progress, but I think they maybe, you know, they still know that there's still a long distance to go. This is definitely someone who really is very focused on self-improvement. So they're always looking for what needs to be improved. Here, I think it is maybe they might feel like they're too emotional, or they might feel like they're too sensitive. So those are the kinds of negative thoughts that might be going into their head. They also, going through their head, they might also see themselves as someone who either they feel like they sacrifice too much to other people and get taken advantage of, or they might view themselves as not sacrificing enough for other people. But something to have to do with sacrificing, that's another area in which they have negative thinking. So let's shuffle and pull some tarot and see what else the message is just about, in general, how is this person doing right now? How is this person doing? Just in general, how are they doing? I'm just going to do upright. 5 of Wands, 2 of Cups, Queen of Swords. So, you know, I think this person they're doing okay, but I do feel like maybe with the 2 of Cups represented by the Hermit Crab, this might be someone who they kind of might isolate themselves at home a lot. You're hearing my cat meow over here. If you're not used to my channel, that's who that is. I feel like this is also someone who right now they could be feeling a little defensive at times when it comes to other people, you know, but like with the Hermit Crab here and the Queen of Swords, you know, this is someone, again, like I get a little bit of a loner vibe from them. They might just enjoy being alone sometimes because they often feel like maybe people are attacking them or that they have to defend themselves. It could also be that they have trouble trusting other people. What else should we know about this person and how they're doing right now? This is definitely a fighter, you know, like I feel like this person has a lot of emotional endurance, but they're also an extremely emotional person just in general. You know, I kind of feel like this person always feels like they're swimming upstream, but they always try to look for the positive in it. You know, they do like to try to look for what is the spiritual lesson. And I feel like that's what they're doing now. You know, they're trying to move on from a difficult situation emotionally. And I think this is someone who always reaches out for, you know, the spiritual answers that are going to help them to move forward when they're in difficult times. I also feel like financially they're doing pretty well. We keep getting confirmations of that. You know, financially they're fairly abundant. We have the 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So, you know, this is someone, again, they haven't reached the pinnacle of their financial success. They still have further to go, and I think that they are very devoted to continuing to grow that financial wealth area of their life. But they're pretty comfortable. I mean, you know, they're pretty comfortable. I don't see this person being too worried about finances. That doesn't mean they don't worry about it at all, because I do feel like the Knight of Pentacles, you know, is someone who, I wouldn't say worry about money, but it's a concern of theirs. They're serious about money. It's something that they do take seriously. And they're definitely going to put a lot of dedication and effort into, you know, continuing to achieve greater wealth and financial stability. We'll pull 3 more cards and then we'll just go ahead and wrap up the reading. Five of Cups, Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this person has definitely had some sort of emotional upset recently, and they've had to move on from something. They also may have had to leave someone behind because maybe they were in an emotional situation that was just toxic and they felt like they had to do what was best for themselves. They may have had to leave a situation in which, you know, this was a person in which the situation just couldn't be repaired. You know, things have gotten to a point where, you know, this isn't something that feels like it can be healed. So they felt like they had to move on. But whatever this is they're moving on from emotionally, it's very difficult for them. I think, though, that in addition to reaching out for spirituality to help them through all of that, they also reach out to express themselves in creative ways. So this might be someone who writes or paints or sculpts or, you know, writes poems or songs or plays music. But anyway, they're expressing themselves, which obviously I can't do right now. I can't speak. Expressing themselves in some sort of creative way to kind of help them cope with what's going on with them emotionally. And I think also they're focusing a lot on their work because that's just more comfortable. They're having good success when it comes to work and money. So that's just a place that feels safe for them, I think. So that's what I'm getting. I think this person is doing okay. This is definitely someone who's very deep, you know, a very spiritual, a very thoughtful, introspective person, probably someone who, you know, is isolating themselves maybe more than they should be. But I don't see anything too concerning here. You know, of course, this person is trying to cope with a difficult emotional situation, but it looks like they are reaching out for positive sources to help them move through that. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next reading. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello to people who chose reading number 2. I'm going to just spray some Clary Sage spray to clear the space. So the first card here I've got is going to show an area of life in which this person is succeeding or doing well. And we've got a blessing of the earth. And then this card is going to indicate an area where they are having difficulty. So we have a blessing of the earth is how they're doing well. This person might be doing well in that they're really connected to nature or they're feeling very grounded. It could be someone who's doing well in terms of caring for the environment in some way. Maybe that's uplifting to them. They feel very connected to Mother Earth, so whatever that means for them. For some people, it could just be that they're enjoying spending time in nature. Let me pull a clarifier here from the tarot. The Star card. Yeah. I think this is person. I cannot speak during this reading. I don't know what's going on with me. This is a person who I feel does feel very spiritually connected right now and spiritually grounded. And for some of these people, they really are someone who really cares about environmentalism, and that is an area of their life in which they're doing well. Or, like I said, it's just a strong connection to nature that's very uplifting. But they are also feeling envious. So there's some area of their life, and we might find out more about this in a moment when I pull some more tarot. But yeah, they're having some issues with jealousy right now. So that is kind of what their major struggle is. Their song oracle is REM, Everybody Hurts. If you think you've had too much of this life, well, hang on, because everybody hurts. Take comfort in your friends. And then later it says, if you feel like you're alone, no, you're not alone. So I kind of feel like this is someone who is really reassuring themselves. You know, they might be struggling with certain things. Maybe they feel kind of alone, or they feel like overwhelmed with life at certain moments. But they try to tell themselves, you know, that's okay. It's normal sometimes to feel overwhelmed with life. Everybody goes through painful experiences. And what I also feel like from this is that this might be someone who soothes their own pain through mending other people's pain. You know, like maybe they like to be other people's shoulder to cry on, or when their friends are going through distress, they like to be that person who's there for them, because just that act of being helpful to and reassuring and uplifting somebody else makes them feel better about themselves. So it could be something like that as well. The next two cards are going to tell us what are the positive self-talk thoughts that they're having. So I think that's self-explanatory. What are the positive self-talk thoughts that they're having? You are one of the most caring people I know. I really appreciate you. So they're seeing that about themselves, that they're a very caring person. They know that they are someone that other people can rely on, also trustworthy. Yeah, so I think they're thinking, I'm a really good friend. I'm really caring. I genuinely care about other people, and I know that other people can trust me. So those are the positive things that they tell themselves, or that they think about themselves. What are some of the negative thoughts that they have? Well, we have the Tower card and the Two of Swords. I feel like there might be moments where this person, maybe they have explosive anger, and they might, you know, chop somebody's head off, figuratively speaking, not literally. That would be disturbing. But, you know, they might lash out at people sometimes, and if so, I think that they feel bad about it. Another message that I'm getting here is that this is someone who, when they're in a moment of crisis, they might be very indecisive or very impulsive. Like maybe they don't feel like they handle a crisis very well, or like they might feel like they get triggered easily, and when they get triggered, they don't respond very peacefully to the person who has triggered them or upset them or hurt their feelings or whatever. So those are some possible negative thoughts that they have about themselves. Let's shuffle and draw some tarot and see what else is going on with this person. And just in general, how are they doing? How is this person doing? We have the Tower card again. Tower card, Six of Wands, Queen of Wands. Well, they're going through some sort of crisis, some sort of very dramatic change for sure. And, you know, we have the Six of Wands, which is a card of success, and the Queen of Wands is also like, this is a fire sign. Doesn't mean that the person you're asking about has to be a fire sign, but this is someone with a fiery personality. You know, the Queen of Wands generally is someone who fares pretty well in a crisis situation. But she can also be someone who would lash out at someone else. So let me pull a few other cards to try to understand better what's being said here. We got two 9 cards, 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords, and Strength. I definitely feel like this person is going through some sort of, let me try to get the cards better here. Some sort of dramatic change. I think that they're succeeding in it. You know, they have a lot of strength in this situation, but you know, and they've been through a lot. I think they've been through a lot of crisis situations. This is someone who's clearly had a lot of Tower moments. You know, we have 2 different Tower cards, but also the 9 of Wands. shows me someone who's been through a lot of battles in life. They've suffered through a lot of difficult experiences. They might get caught in their head a lot. I think this person vacillates between feeling confident that they can overcome things and feeling really overwhelmed and like they can't overcome things. Overall, though, they are succeeding, you know, regardless of what they're thinking, regardless of the fact that they sometimes might doubt themselves, that they might feel weary and like life has sort of beaten them down. They still, you know, they always come out a winner in the end. You know, this is a real fighter, and they might be going through something right now that is causing them to have to really draw upon that fighting spirit that they have. Let's pull a few more cards here. We got the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, I think this person is, you know, they're somewhat emotionally sensitive. And I think because of that, they could care a little bit too much what other people think about them. And because of that, they don't really see clearly. You know, I think they just tend to sometimes get caught in a negative mind frame of feeling insecure about things, feeling uncertain about things, a little bit trapped maybe in fear and limitation thinking. But, you know, they do always still come out on the other side of it. So that's what I'm getting. I mean, this person, they go back and forth between the negative thinking and the positive thinking. But they're faring well, despite the fact that their negative thinking might surface at times right now. Overall, they are succeeding, and this is someone who's able to handle a lot. You know, they're able to handle a lot of stress. I think more than the average person. Let's get 3 more cards and then we'll go ahead and wrap up the reading. What's going on with this person? King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and 4 of Cups. Wow. So the 4 of Cups in this card is a little bit different from some other cards. It's almost like, you know, this octopus has found treasure at the bottom of the ocean with these golden cups. And then we have the King of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles, which are both money-oriented cards. So I think this person is experiencing good luck right now in terms of money and or career. Let me clarify the 4 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just keep getting that this person is really a fighter. They're not afraid to defend themselves when they need to. They can withstand a heck of a lot. This is a very strong person with strong willpower, strong determination. This is someone who basically can get through anything that life throws at them. That doesn't mean that they don't get down sometimes, but I feel like they don't stay there. You know, because they know they can climb out of it. Although it might be difficult, they know that they can. So that's what I'm getting for, you know, the folks here in the second reading. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hey, guys, just going to spray some Clary Sage Spray to clear the space. Welcome for those of you who chose reading number 3. This first card here is going to indicate an area of their life where this person is really succeeding. And we have a blessing of protection. So this is someone who I feel like they really know how to stand their ground and protect themselves. You know, when toxic people try to enter their life or interfere, they're like, I don't think so. So that's an area where they're succeeding. They know what their boundaries are. This is someone who knows how to assert themselves when they need to in order to protect themselves. So they're doing well there. An area where they're really struggling is with being judgmental, or they maybe are worried about other people judging them. Or it could be a little bit of both, but it seems like that's kind of their major struggle right now, is just with either judging other people and or feeling judged and struggling with that. I kind of feel like I'm veering towards maybe that they're the ones being judgmental, just because this is someone who already is very self-protective. So I feel like even if other people are judging them, they have enough confidence in themselves that they don't really let that affect them too much. The song oracle for them is Pharrell Williams' Happy. So you're probably familiar with this song, but so I'm not going to give you a lot of the lyrics, but clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. So generally this is someone who's pretty happy. You know, you wouldn't think it looking at the woman on this card, because she looks kind of pissed off or something. So I'm kind of getting, for some of you, this might be someone who, they do have that, you know, like resting bitch face, but on the inside, I think this is someone who, you know, remains at least fairly positive. You know, they might not be as happy as this, like maybe they don't want to dance a jig every second or anything, but generally speaking, this person is pretty happy, fairly positive about their mindset. The next two cards are going to indicate some of the positive self-talk thoughts that this person has about themselves. That's what self-talk is. But I really appreciate your comforting words. I admire your caring nature. So this person sees themselves as someone who really comforts and nurtures and demonstrates a lot of concern and care for other people. So that's something that they like about themselves. And these cards indicate areas where this person might be struggling. We have the Three of Wands and then the Ace of Cups. So, you know, we had this blessing of protection, and then these are negative self-talk thoughts that this person might have. This might be someone who feels that other people are often imposing upon them, because you see there's let me try to focus this better. This is from the zombie tarot deck, so there are zombies on all of the cards, but you see these zombies, they have this bone and they're trying to break into this house, and these you know, this woman's on the phone, these other women, they look alarmed to some degree. They don't look super alarmed, I guess, but this woman does. And these people inside the window, they look definitely concerned. They're like, what the heck is going on here? So, in terms of, I don't think this is even negative self-talk. It's not like a negative judgment of themselves, but I think this is someone who feels like they have to stand up for themselves a lot. And honestly, like I said, I don't really get the feeling with the Ace of Cups, I don't really get the feeling that this person has a lot of negative self-judgments. I think their judgments more are outwardly focused to other people, and they might be experiencing a lot of situations in which they need to protect themselves against people who are really trying to barge into their life in some way. So let's shuffle and pull some tarot cards and see what else is going on with this person. So I'm trying to just do upright readings, or upright interpretations for this reading, just because that's what I feel like doing, and that's okay. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles, and then I pulled the Ten of Wands to clarify the Lovers card. I think this person, they're having a very positive situation, I think, in their love life or in their family life. They, you know, Ten of Pentacles is a family-oriented card. It seems kind of like things are just going pretty well. I mean, they are pretty happy right now. It looks like things are going well in their work life. Maybe they're enjoying their work. I think they have a good, solid, committed relationship. The Ten of Wands to me indicates a relationship where, you know, people are taking on the responsibilities that they have to take on. Ten of Pentacles is also, it shows like long-term commitment a lot of times. You know, I wasn't taking reverse cards, but this did want to come up reversed, and the Ten of Wands reversed would indicate, you know, that in their relationship, and if this isn't a romantic relationship, if this person is single, it could be like a family relationship as well, that they just find family relationships to be really supportive right now. And this reversal would indicate that they don't really feel burdened by their relationships. In other words, things are going fairly smoothly, and I feel like they have a lot of support from other people so that they don't feel overly burdened in life. They know that they have people that they can ask for help when they need it, basically. Let's see what else is going on for them. We get the Queen of Swords. I kind of got this vibe all along. I think this is a very intelligent person with a very strong will. Strong willpower. We also get the Death card and the Two of Cups. It's like, you know, without even knowing who this person is, I feel like I would like them because I feel like this is someone who, like, I just get like a strong, independent woman. Like, I know you might be asking this for a man, woman, you know, non-binary, you know, it doesn't matter, but I feel like this is a very strong-willed energy, and this is someone who, they don't give a shit what people think about them. This person is willing to just be who they are. They don't really care what other people think about them. They're more interested in just being their true, authentic self. And because of that, because they're not afraid to be who they really are, people like them. And they do draw in really supportive, helpful friendships. But I think also this is someone who probably is an introvert. And even though they have a lot of good support around them, and they have people that they can ask for support and spend time with when they want to, I also feel like, you know, this is just someone who kind of needs their own space sometimes. That's what I'm getting. So I don't feel that there's anything negative with this. This is someone who's just really true to themselves. I kind of feel like the singer Halsey, like that kind of vibe. You know, someone who's just not afraid to be true to who they are. I don't know how else to put it. Sorry. There was something else I was getting here. I'm not sure what it was, but I feel, yeah, this person's doing pretty well. They're very fierce, though. I think this is probably someone who scares people a lot. I know what I was getting. In terms of, like, the Myers-Briggs, I feel like this would probably be like an INTJ type, or someone like that. You know, someone similar to that type. Let's pull 3 more cards and then we'll go ahead and wrap up the reading. So what's going on with this person? Wow. Yeah, relationships are really going well for this person. This person, I'm not surprised that the song Happy came up for them, because life just seems to be going really well. Like I said, other people might not necessarily think that this person is happy. Us is like maybe a little bit cold, and like I said, maybe they have like resting bitch face, or just a personality where it's not super obvious that they're happy, because they don't seem happy. They might even come across as a little bit angry or aggressive. But that's just because they feel they have to be that way in order to keep these strong boundaries. Because this person has a lot of self-respect. They're not someone who's going to be taken advantage of. But yeah, life is very beautiful for them. I think there's some kind of very happy, they might have recently experienced some sort of celebration or happy event with the Four of Wands card. Financially, they're doing well with the Temperance card. I mean, you can just see this as a beautiful card with this rainbow in the background. Again, with the pink flamingo, the spirit animal of the pink flamingo is about being willing to show your true colors, to let your true colors shine. So yeah, I think things are going pretty well for this person. Other than the fact, the only thing that I think they are going through that's pretty difficult is there might be an issue where someone is trying to intrude upon their life, and yeah, that's kind of the most difficult thing that I think they're going through right now. So, all right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Bye-bye. Hey, guys, this is for people who chose reading number 4. I'm going to spray some Clary Sage spray to clear the space from the past reading. So this first card here is going to indicate an area where this person is really succeeding or doing well. And we have a blessing on friendship. So this person is they have some really good friendships. Their social life seems to be going pretty well. Maybe they're spending a lot of time with friends, and that's really good for them right now. And this card is going to indicate an area of their life which is maybe not going as well. So far this seems a little bit similar to reading number 3. So yeah, this person has lots of really good friends. They are also maybe a bit forceful, maybe a bit aggressive at times. But in their case, it doesn't really seem to be working against them. It seems like this is the type of person that people really appreciate them. It's sort of like, even if they are forceful, people really respect them for that. And because of that, they do have some really solid friendships. I also feel like this is probably someone who's not really willing to put up with toxic friendships or negative friendships. They really are only willing to put up with people who can accept their full personality, which includes the fact that they can come across as a bit aggressive. Their song oracle is Jimmy Cliff's I Can See Clearly Now. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. So this person may have gone through something difficult recently, but they're definitely on the upswing right now, and they're feeling really optimistic about life. These next 2 cards are going to indicate positive self-talk, thoughts that this person has about themselves. So things that they like about themselves. In other words, I appreciate the respect you show others. I always have more fun when I'm with you. So they feel like they're a very fun person, even though they might seem forceful. I get a little bit of an Aries vibe here with this person, because Aries, they don't have to be Aries. They might have a strong Mars in their chart. Maybe they have other planets in Aries or in the first house or something like that. But I feel like, because Aries people are very fun to be around. They're go-getters. They're adventurous. But they also can be forceful, of course. So I feel like this is someone who is fun, and they know that about themselves, and they like that about themselves. They also know that even though they can be forceful, they appreciate that they still are very respectful to other people. So those are the self-talk, the positive self-talk that they're doing. What are the negative self-talk thoughts they're having? 7 of Cups and Page of Hazards. This person might think negatively about how far they've gotten in their career, or they might think like, Why do I suck at money? Why can't I manage my money better? Those might be some negative thoughts. Or why can't I succeed in my career? Those are some possible negative thoughts that they have. And then with Seven of Cups, this person might at times be a little bit too self-indulgent with food and drugs or alcohol or anything that's sort of addictive. If so, they might feel guilty after they do something like that, or just have some negative self-talk about it in general, like, you know, why am I like this? I shouldn't do this, that kind of thing. This also might be someone who, if they struggle at all with a mental health issue, this might be someone who thinks negatively about themselves for having that struggle to begin with. So that's what I'm getting. So let's see what else is going on with this person and just how they're doing right now. I'm going to shuffle and pull some tarot cards. Well, maybe I'll shuffle. Cards don't want to get shuffled. One more shuffle. Okay. So we get Two of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Death card. So yeah, with the Hierophant, I get still more of that I can see clearly now feeling. Like this is someone who, you know, they're feeling very optimistic. They kind of can see what the solutions are to any problems that they have been having. This is also, they might realize that they're going to be going through some kind of significant transformation in their life, some sort of significant ending and new beginning. But even so, I feel like they're embracing that, even though, you know, change is difficult for most people. But I do feel like overall this person is embracing a change that they see happening in their life or that they see coming up in their life, because they really do see the benefit of it, and that whatever this change is, even if there might be some sort of hardship associated with that change, they're recognizing that it's ultimately leading to a positive transformation for them. And I'm not really sure what to get from this Two of Wands. Let me pull a clarifier. Knight of Cups. I feel like this, you know, all of this that I just talked about regarding a transformation, it could be that that is something regarding their love life. Like, I feel like this is probably someone who's single. I'm getting more of a single vibe from them, but they might be either entering into a relationship or looking forward to the possibility of entering into a relationship, a romantic relationship. And if so, there's some sort of transformation that's going to be required of them to do that, but they are looking forward to it. They're looking forward to whatever transformation or change is going to be required to allow them to form like a really passionate, loving, romantic bond with someone. They're looking forward to romance, I think, but also specifically the bond of a partnership, a romantic partnership. So maybe they're just feeling optimistic about that area of their life, and they're embracing any sort of change that might come with them partnering up with someone. Let's see what else, how else they're feeling, how else they're doing right now. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles has come up in every reading so far, which is great. It's a wonderful card. And then we have the Page of Pentacles coming up for the second time. We had that before. It's Page of Hazards in this zombie deck. But so what's going on with them? You know, you know, I think they're doing okay financially. They have what they need, basically, you know. When they come home at the end of the day, they've got food, they've got furniture, they've got a safe home to live in. It may not be everything that they want, or for them, it could be less about finances and more about like they just don't feel like they've gotten to where they want in their career. But maybe they still have okay finances, or their financial security is okay, but they just don't feel successful in their career, sort of. Let me clarify the Justice card. Two of Cups. This person is definitely very focused on partnerships. I think they're seeking a partnership, a romantic partnership. It could be that some of them feel like they're not successful enough in their career to be ready for a partnership, and maybe that's the transformation that they see that they're needing to go through, that they need to transform in terms of being more successful or advancing further in their career in order to feel like they're prepared for or ready to really offer something to a romantic partnership in the way that they would want. So let's just pull 3 more cards and just, you know, ask one more time, like, what's going on with them? How are they doing? And then we'll wrap up the reading. So we get the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and then the Page of Cups. Yeah, this person they really want to reach some milestone moments in their life. I kind of feel like this is someone who maybe when they look at their friends' lives, they see, well, my friends are all married, you know, they're all doing really well in their careers, and here I am, and I just haven't succeeded as much as they have. I don't think they're beating themselves up over it or anything like that, but they do know that they want to reach those milestones as well. So I feel like that's what they're really focused on. They want to reach the career milestones that they feel they need to reach, and they want to reach the emotional and romantic relationship milestones that they think they should be reaching. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I see what's going on with them. I think that emotionally they're doing pretty well and they're pretty optimistic, but they are focused on continuing to improve their lives, again, in the area of career and romantic relationships. So, all right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hey, guys who chose reading number 5. Let me spray some Clary Sage spray to clear the space. So this first card here is going to describe an area of their life where this person is doing well or succeeding. And we have a blessing for solace and hope. And this card describes an area of their life where they're not doing so well. And we have pitiful. So my immediate feeling is right now what's going on with this person is they might be struggling a little bit and feeling a little bit pitiful. I think that they are comforting themselves. They are going through a hard time right now. I feel like with the pitiful card, you know, this person is down on their knees. They feel a bit hopeless, maybe a bit desperate right now, but they are at least taking care of themselves. And, you know, they might be wrapping themselves up in a blanket or taking a nice long bath. They're doing whatever it takes to make themselves feel better and to feel more soothed and more comfortable. But I do feel like they are going through some sort of difficult time at the moment. The Song Oracle is, okay. Yeah, the Song Oracle is Bad Flower Ghost. And, you know, I don't want to trigger anybody. If you are someone who feels like they might be triggered by certain, you know, like extreme depression, stuff that has to do with extreme depression and that kind of thing, you might not want to watch the rest of this reading. I'm going to give you a moment to figure out if you want to or not. But anyways, I'm going to continue now. So this is a difficult song. I'm not going to lie. It is a song about someone who has made an attempt of suicide before. And it is a song of someone who currently is feeling like they do kind of want to give up. Now, that doesn't mean that necessarily the person you're watching this for is suicidal or has ever been suicidal. But I think at the very least what it is saying is that this person feels, pretty depressed. The lyrics here that I wrote down are, all I really wanted was someone to give a little fuck, but I waited there forever and nobody even looked up. Later on it says, but maybe I'm alive because I didn't really want to die, but nothing very special ever happens in my life. So I feel like at the very least, this person is feeling like nobody really cares about them. And nothing really special is happening in their life. They might just be trying to cope right now. I don't think this person is doing great, but they are, I think, coping. In some cases, I think this is going to be pretty minimal. This may be someone who is really struggling with self-destructive thoughts. But I think in general, what this reading is telling us so far is that this person is not doing very well emotionally. They are feeling pretty alone. They're feeling pretty frustrated with life right now. So the next two cards are going to tell us what their positive self-talk thoughts are. Like, what are the positive thoughts they're having about themselves? And then what are the negative thoughts they're having about themselves? So we have, I really value your opinion, your kindness. I cannot speak throughout this whole reading. Oh my God. Your kindness really made my day. So they think that they're a kind person, so they like that about themselves. And also, they know that they have strong opinions about things, and they like their opinions. They like that they're an opinionated person. They feel like they have a right to their opinions. They may also see themselves as someone who's good at giving advice to other people. So what are their negative self-talk thoughts? We have the Knight of Cups and then the Four of Hazards. I think maybe this person views themselves as sometimes being a little bit manipulative, like they know that sometimes they pull other people in emotionally only to then just block them out. That they know that they do that. Like, they can be charming, but then when they charm someone into their life, then they'll block them out. That's what I'm getting. So they know that about themselves, that they send mixed signals to other people. And I do think that they feel negatively about the fact that they do that. Let me shuffle and pull some tarot cards to see more about how they're doing and what's going on with them. Oops. Whoa. I don't use this deck a lot. It's fairly new to me, so it's still a little bit difficult to shuffle. We get the Justice card. I got a bug flying around here. Justice card, the Empress, and the Two of Cups. Well, I feel like this is someone who is, I think they're in love with someone. I feel like they're probably not with that person, but that's definitely something that's going on with them internally, is that they're feeling very much in love right now. I feel like they are in love. The person that they're in love with, they know that this person is the one. With the Justice card, I also feel like they really intellectualize their emotions. But intellectually, it's like they've weighed all the pros and cons. They've gone over it in their head like 1,000 times. And they feel like 100% convinced. Oh, one of my lights went out. That's okay. One of the batteries went out on one of my lights. But anyway, this person feels totally convinced that this person that they're in love with is the one. So that's one of the things that's going on with them. And I feel like they feel good about that. They feel good about the fact that they know who they're supposed to be with and they know who they're in love with. They do feel good about that. I don't think this is someone who falls in love very easily. So for them to feel this convinced that they are truly in love, I do feel like that feels really good to them. But like I said before, they know that they kind of like emotionally pull people in sometimes and then block them out. So I feel like they're aware that that kind of behavior might also be interfering here with this situation. What else is going on? We get the Tower card, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Something dramatic has happened in their life, which I think whatever has happened that was very dramatic, maybe even catastrophic, I think that that is probably what's causing them to feel very pitiful and to feel like they need to really comfort themselves at the moment. I think they are doing a good job of comforting themselves because we have the Four of Swords. So this, maybe they're taking, they're getting rest. They're being restful. They're giving themselves a break because they're like, I'm going through a hard time. I need to take care of myself. So yeah, I think that they are doing okay. This is someone who's very grounded. I think they're fairly practical about life. They are looking towards the future. I feel like they want to build towards a brighter future, even though they're feeling kind of depressed right now. They are optimistic, and I do feel like for a lot of them, a great source of their optimism is because they do feel in love. I kind of feel like, like love can be wonderful, but love can also be so painful sometimes. And like, even when you know that you're in love with someone and they're right for you, that doesn't mean that it takes away all of the pain and the heartache that sometimes love can bring. So that's kind of what I feel like is going on right now. It's kind of like this person is just, I think they're kind of trying to take each day one at a time right now, but they are also still looking towards the future in terms of trying to create the life that they want. Let's see what else we've got. We have the Eight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Sun. I do feel like this person they're going to come out of this. This reading started off a little bit rough. I do think this person's going through a rough time, but whatever emotionally they've been through that's difficult, they are moving ahead. It's a difficult forward movement, but they are moving ahead. They are grounding themselves. They might be using work to kind of take their mind off of things, or using their creativity to take their mind off of things, but they are moving more back into the sunshine and happiness. This person is taking care of themselves, and they are definitely improving. They're going to feel better soon if they don't already. They're definitely moving in the direction of feeling happier. So that's very good. I think we'll go ahead and end on that note. I think this person is doing, they're going through a rough time. But I think it's like a rough time that's understandable given the fact that something difficult has really recently shattered their life in some way. They are also moving more towards this happiness that we see with the Sun card, and they're taking care of themselves. So I feel like, overall, in the end, whatever's going on with this person is going to turn out okay. They're going to be okay. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hey guys who chose reading number 6, I'm going to spray some Clary Sage spray to clear the space from the last reading. And let's get into what's going on with this person. This first card is going to indicate what's going well for this person, or what's an area of life in which they're succeeding. This card is going to indicate what they're struggling with the most. So what they're doing well is we have a blessing to bring clarity. So this person is having great clarity in their life right now. There's also a lot of purple and blue in this card, which shows me that their throat and third eye and crown chakras, because we have kind of indigo as well. I think we have the colors of all those 3 chakras. I feel like this is someone who is very in touch with their higher self or their spiritual guidance. But yeah, they feel a lot of clarity about where they're going in life, and they feel a strong sense of purpose, or I feel like they feel very aligned with, they have clarity about where their life is going, basically. Where they're struggling right now is with feeling that they're unlovable, or maybe feeling alone, feeling that other people don't care about them. That is a real struggle for them at the moment. Let's see what their song oracle is. Prince, Let's Go Crazy. That's funny because we have all this purple energy. And we have Prince here. Are we going to let the elevator bring us down? Oh no, let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. So there is definitely something in their life that they feel like is trying to pull them down, but this person is, trying to focus on just, having fun, or like being in the moment, or staying active, that kind of thing. Also, I feel like this is someone who embraces their crazy a little bit, they're like, I'm weird, I'm unusual, I do things my own way, but I can embrace that. Even if they feel that other people maybe don't love them, I feel like right now they're really trying their best to love themselves. So that's the general vibe I'm getting so far. These next 2 cards, 2 sets of cards, are going to indicate what are they saying to themselves about themselves that's positive, like positive self-talk, and then what's their negative self-talk. I love your cooking, and your example inspires me to be better. So, I mean, they might think that they're a very good cook, or it could also be that they feel positive about the nutrition choices they're making, or something regarding food they feel positive about. They like their approach to food right now, basically, or cooking, or their cooking skills. And then they do see themselves as someone who provides a good example to other people. So that's another area where they give themselves positive self-talk. What's their negative self-talk? We have 2 of Cups and the Magician. I feel like 2 of Cups with the Magician. This might be someone who feels like they can be a little bit manipulative sometimes. So yeah, like they might feel like they have a relationship right now that's not very fulfilling. It could be either that they feel like they're being manipulated, or they might feel like they're a manipulator. Either way, they're thinking of themselves negatively because that. So if someone else is manipulating them in a relationship, then they might be blaming themselves for that, blaming themselves for the way that someone else is treating them. Or they might think that they're the one who is not living up to the relationship, and they're blaming themselves. It also could be a little bit of both. Let's pull some more, let's shuffle and pull some tarot cards to see what else is going on with this person. And just in general, how are they doing? So I'm going to shuffle one more time. So you get 9 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and 5 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this person is feeling unfulfilled. If they're in a romantic relationship, they definitely are feeling unfulfilled in that relationship. I do think that there's someone outside of the relationship who really cares about them and is sort of protective of them, I think. But I kind of feel like this person who normally protects them and stands up for them is sort of like standing off to the side for the moment and thinking, you know, like it's time for you to stand on your own 2 feet. I feel like they're benevolent towards this person, but it's sort of like, you know, you need to do this on your own. I can't do this for you. If you're having a difficult time in your relationship, that's something ultimately that you have to solve, and you have to make the decision about how to handle that. But the person you're watching this reading for, they are definitely going through some sort of difficult time in a relationship. It feels like probably a romantic relationship. I think they might even be thinking about moving on from this person, ending the relationship. I feel like they might be experiencing a lot of conflict. We have 2 5 cards, and those do indicate a lot of conflict, so maybe there are a lot of arguments. We get the Queen of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. So what else is going on with this person? Let me clarify. Well, you know, we got before that they do have a lot of clarity right now. I think they're seeing things more clearly than they have. And we also have all of these swords cards, which kind of reconfirm that. I think they're having greater clarity about areas of their life that they want to improve upon. So they know where they need to focus their efforts right now in order to improve their life. I also feel like this person is being forced into a situation where they have to be more self-reliant than they have in the past. Because like I said, there's someone who has often been their protector, you know, someone who's often really protected them. But this person, for whatever reason right now, is saying, like, I need to go over here right now. I still care about you, but maybe I have other things that I need to focus on. I need to focus on myself. Or for whatever reason, this person is saying, you know, I care about you. I hope that you're okay. But right now you need to take care of yourself. And the person that you're watching this video for, they're not used to that. They're used to someone comforting them or protecting them. And I think part of what their clarity is that they know that this person over here is right. They know that it is time for them to handle their own life. So, yeah. Let's see what else. So you have Strength, the Hermit, and Temperance. This person feels alone sometimes. These are 3 major arcana cards also, I want to point out. I feel like they know that they're strong and they're going to get through this. And I actually, honestly, I feel like whatever the relationship problems are that they're having, they're not even as bad as what it feels like sometimes. Honestly, this person is a little bit dramatic. You know, like they might have even a slight argument with, if they're in a relationship, even a slight argument with their partner makes them feel so completely unlovable. So, I mean, yeah, they're being dramatic, but, you know, they truly do have these very sensitive and intense emotions that maybe they have a difficult time handling. So I think for a lot of them, their relationship is really not as bad as what they think it is. It's just that when a minor argument happens, they just assume the worst. And it might make them feel more alone than they would want to be, but you know, they're going through, even the time that they spend alone, it's like they're having these moments of enlightenment and clarity. They're definitely going through a lot of that, and I think that they are starting to see more clearly how they can strengthen the bond of their current relationship. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for folks who chose reading number 6. I hope that was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, I'll see you later. Bye.